They can't all be winners. As we look back on the year in film, the Hollywood Reporter critics have picked their least favourite movies of 2017. Before we get to the top, or bottom, 5 worst films of 2017, let's quickly show you our critics' picks for numbers 10 through 6. The 10th worst movie of the year? Home Again, starring Reese Witherspoon. Coming in at number 9, Werner Herzog's Queen of the Desert, featuring Nicole Kidman. Baywatch, led by Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron, checks in at number 8. DC superhero team-up Justice League takes the 7th slot, and the long-awaited adaptation of Joe Nesbo's The Snowman comes in 6th. And now, let's take a look at the 5 worst films of 2017.
Please meet Princess Amunet.
At number 5, we have a film that THR critic John DeFore describes as limp and thrill-free. Writes DeFore, weirdly out of place, Cruise brings little daring and less charm to the film, though to be fair, his characters are stiff. An army sergeant who secretly loots antiquities from Iraqi war zones, a watered-down version of the irresistible rogue, with all the irresistibility trimmed away.
This is Mr. Jake Lawson.
The Jake Lawson?
You look much older than I would have thought.
Coming in at number 4, Geostorm, or as DeFore calls it, the planetary disaster film equivalent of a 2-hour call to tech support. DeFore continues, big, dumb and boring, it finds the co-writer of Independence Day hoping to start a directing career with the same playbook, but forgetting several rules of the game.
Everything you need is right here. I'll be with you the whole time.
Sitting at number 3 is a Naomi Watts-led film about a boy genius. The outcome, according to DeFore, is anything but smart. The critic writes, Colin Trevorrow's catastrophic genre hybrid, which begins as a family picture, abruptly becomes a terminal illness melodrama, then winds up a bizarro thriller with unlikely crimes plotted from beyond the grave, but not before some child molestation action pitting a defenseless girl against her stepfather, the commissioner of police.
We get on just great. You flirt. I smile.
Tom McCarthy writes that Valerian, the number 2 film on the list, is an egregiously bloated misfire, unclear, unfun, indecipherable, indigestible, and, before long, an excellent sedative. Anyone who could clearly lay out what takes place in this narrative in 25 words or less deserves a small prize. And we've arrived at the film that our critics deem the worst of 2017, 9/11, starring Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Goldberg. Our critic Frank Scheck does not hold back, writing that it is a cheapo, exploitative, terribly made disaster movie wrapping itself in the piety of one of the nation's most tragic events. So that's our critics' countdown for the worst films of 2017. Do you agree with the list? If not, which movies would you rescue, and what should have made the cut? Let us know in the comments. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.